Hello, and welcome back to St Peter's Cathedral, Adelaide. We've got an organ pipe here, and without any breath or without any wind, it's a lifeless instrument. But give it a little bit of air, and we can make beautiful music. Long gone are the days of choir boys pumping the bellows at the organ here. In today's video, we'll go and look behind the scenes and see where the wind for this fantastic and magnificent instrument comes from. We're out here in the blower room, which is on the liturgical north side of the cathedral, and this is where the journey of the wind through the organ really begins. What we have here is a large three-phase electric motor, which is connected to this discus blower. This blower draws air in from the cathedral, in fact, through some of the walls, and is compressed here and sent up through this trunking back into the instrument, several stories above us. The first step in getting this organ into life is turning the wind on. We've got a switch at the console that we depress, and that starts the blower outside. As the wind arrives from the blower, it's carried through this trunking from outside and into the organ chamber. On arrival here in the organ chamber, we need somewhere to store that wind pressure. Throughout the instrument, on all the different layers, we have these, which are the reservoirs. The reservoirs supply a steady source of wind for the pipes, and they're weighted and sprung to ensure that the reservoirs maintain the right degree of wind pressure for the particular pipes that they're blowing. After the wind's arrived at these reservoirs, we need to distribute it out to the individual pipe ranks. Here I've got the pedal 16-foot trombone, and it sits on what's called a unit chest. Wind is supplied from the reservoir into this chest, and then these electromagnets down here control the stop action. Normally these would be played using your feet from the console, but for organ builders and maintainers, we have a special app on an iPod here that allows us to play inside the chamber. Some pipes on the organ use low pressure wind, and these are generally the softer type of sounds that we have here, such as these rather nice flutes. Some of the louder volume stops on the organ that we would use for accompaniment also are high pressure. These mean that the reservoirs have slightly more weight on them, and as such there's more force behind the wind that's producing the volume. Some of the best known high pressure stops on English cathedral organs, and indeed here at St Peter's Cathedral, are those used for the solo division, and particularly the solo reeds. Now that we've seen where the wind comes from, it's time to use that wind to make some music. On next week's episode, we'll venture up inside the swell box of the organ, where we'll see a variety of different types and sizes of pipes, and get to understand how we make the different colours and sounds from this organ.